My name is Esther Chiang. I'm presenting to you Rewilding Belle, Wetland Wonderland, a toolkit for climate adaptation. In the Great Lakes region, we see average temperature rising, number of frost-free days rising, total precipitation weather, and increased heavy rain events in the recent years. In short, we are entering an age of warmer, wetter, and more extreme climate. More extreme fluctuating water levels are the only certain prediction for the Lake Huron-St. Clair system so far. The U.S. shoreline of the Detroit River has lost 97% of its coastal wetlands, leaving only 45% in the soft shoreline providing aquatic and riparian habitat. For birds, Detroit is also an intersection of two important migratory flyways. After the city of Detroit purchased the island in the 80s, Frederick Olmsted, the famous landscape architect, was appointed to develop a design. Although his vision was never carried out to the full extent, the elements that were implemented and lasted until today are the central avenue that was designed for pedestrian, a canal system, and the three general zonings. The park has been beloved by the city dwellers ever since. A botanical garden and conservatory, an aquarium, a zoo, and music halls were subsequently built and enjoyed. In 2019, unprecedented record of high water level resulted in critical flooding issues that further exacerbated the mortality of the important forest. In addition to the prior damages caused by Dutch elm disease and emerald ash borer in the 60s, climate change, extreme lake level changes, legacy infrastructure, and loss of biodiversity pose multiple challenges on the island, but great opportunity lies. To serve the purpose of wetland exhibition site, this project is a toolkit that is designed to aid the development of natural zones. Each zone will consider different combination of soil type, water cycle, plant composition, and the wildlife it supports. Grounded in Michigan Natural Feature Inventory, the toolkit is essentially designing for the ecology. Wet prairie. The majority of the island will be covered in low-lying wet prairies that is adjacent to the Detroit River. Given the flooding situations already happening on the island, wet prairies can serve perfectly as the buffer between the river and the island. Wet prairies have one of the highest plant diversity among all Michigan natural communities. Not only can it without seasonal inundation, it will also be flourishing with various herb and grasses. Mesquite Prairie, traveling upland, open conditions continues, with periodic low-intensity fire regulating. The new Belle Isle will feature the live exhibition of mesquite prairies that were once the dominant landscape in this region. The three sisters of the prairie, Big Blue Stem, Little Blue Stem, and Indian grasses will be the dominant species in the prairie. Oak savanna, also regulated by fire. We can see scattered oaks transitioning from open to forested landscapes. Animals that are adapted to the edge of forest can be seen wandering in the oak savanna zone. This zone can be prioritized and easily achieved from the existing extensive mown lawns by simply stopping mowing. About 60% of the area of Belle Isle will be forested. The forested landscape will be bordered by marshes, expanding from existing lakes and canals. The main way to travel is by kayaks, bikes, or by foot. Lookout points and other restorative amenities will be connected by the trail. Mesquite Flatwood, the heart of Belle Isle. In the start of this project, this forest was preserved since Olmsted's initial plan. Belle Isle hosts one of the two remaining populations in Michigan. The unique ecology is characterized by the seasonal inundation and low-lying impervious space, forming diversified microhabitats such as vernal pools. It also creates habitat for birds and amphibians. Emergent marsh, the gradient along the existing lagoons and lakes, will be softly graded, providing shallow inundation to accommodate the exacerbating water fluctuation. Not only a buffer, but emergent marshes are teeming with diverse plants and wildlife. Submergent marsh. Submergent marsh occupy the deeper water zone than the emergent marsh. Connecting with the underwater spawning reefs, it responds to local restoration efforts. Since the existing traffic has disrupted animal activities and caused numerous roadkills, it makes sense to impede motorized traffic on the island. Kayaks are great alternatives to see the wetland paradise and access attractions and amenities. The historic assets of Bio Isle are either accessible from the water trail or the bike route. Smaller amenities such as barbecues or picnic tables are in place. Wildlife movements between forest to forest, prairie to water, and lake to lake will be protected. This is not just a traditional botanical garden, but a living landscape. Pushing for Olmsted's vision, the new Bio-Isle will tackle climate change on a local scale, allowing visitors to witness, learn, and support the work through outdoor activities, immersive experience, and volunteering. The new Belle Isle, nature is the resident, and people are the visitors.